This podcast is brought to you by DATAMEDIA, email deliverability and email marketing consulting services.
It's much easier to create image and send it, but you know how Gmail would understand something about your promotion if you just send an image. And just you have to care about your recipients. For example, for Ukrainian people, when internet connection is very restricted now, I open email and I just see that there is an image here and it's blocked. I would never suggest people to do this, but yes, it still continues to. And from accessibility point of view, it's always small, especially on mobile devices. Text can be scaled very easy. It can be copied and pasted. It can be answered.
Hello and welcome to episode number 11 of emailgeeks.show, the podcast where almost once a month, email geeks and lovers from around the world share their expertise in email marketing, email deliverability, and email marketing strategies. My name is Sella Yoffe and I'm an email deliverability consultant. I work with global email senders, startups, email agencies, and some ESPs around their email deliverability needs and email strategy. My guest today is Dmitry Kudrenko, the founder and the CEO of the email editor Stripo. Hi Dmitry, it's great to have you on the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You know, I'm a fan of Stripo as I personally use it. Can you please share a bit about yourself and your journey into the email world? And of course, please tell us more about Stripo.
Stripo is email design platform. It's just SaaS is a tool that allows to create great design, perfect email very easily without any technical skills, and then export to any system you use for sending. It could be Gmail or Outlook or MailChimp or Active Contact or whenever it can be. It's hundreds of integration. So very, very simple task. Just creating beautiful emails. That's all. And it's where we're working with email. But it was a long journey. And it started from, I'm a symmetrical guy. I all did in my life, I thought that the call to this world, my call was to write a code, to be a programmer. So I did my degree, postgraduate education. And then together with my classmates, with my partners, we created a company that did outsource development. So about 10 years we were focused on creating SaaS. So creating the products. And we decided one day that we know so many things about product development that we can do our products.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, kind of mistake. We were young and very optimistic. And first two attempts was not very successful because if we try to do it when we have time, we can create a product because of it's easy, but it was not easy. And one day I decided, there is no in Ukraine really marketing automation system. There are only systems for sending spams. And I tried to contact the owners of the companies that you don't understand whole world thinking about marketing automation, not spam.
Yeah.
They thought that I don't understand this, and I returned back to my partners and said, I just can't find the system. If you're so clever, just let's do this. It's how we created our first email service provider. It was a system when we wrote it. We were very proud of the result, but nobody wanted to use us because of market was not ready for clever things for marketing automation. And we had a three option: just leave it as is and start something different, return back to service, or change the audience, change the market, or change the product. And we thought, we are very ambitious. We have to change people, the most challengeable thing. And it's how I started to speak on conferences, just doing a lot of seminars, speaking with people. And people around the world know me as a marketer. But really, I am a programmer who became entrepreneur in marketing area. So I have to communicate with the marketers. And for more than 20 years working in this area, I think I start to understand marketers, which is a very unusual thing for developers.
Yeah.
And marketers never understand developers. So because of it, I have something golden in the middle. And it's where I'm working now. So we created the product, we started to educate people, and then now we number one system in Ukraine, but we always wanted to be global. And it's really hard to sell enterprise globally. It's really, we have a very mature system, but hard to be global. And we thought, okay, there is, in a book, there is an option like a software as a marketing. Just create something great, simple, just for lead generation. And we thought, okay, in our system, which became not only ESP, it's omni-channel marketing automation. It's email, web push, mobile push, text messages, a lot of channels. We just have an editor inside our system, and we wanted to rebuild it. And so, okay, let's do it. Let's do it in the way like it's like separate product. We need to rebuild, but who would like our rebuilding? Because of everybody would be unsatisfied because of they already have something. And we never can do in one day better than something we did, I don't know, 5 years. And we decided to create side product for lead generation. And our ideas was like, okay, who will use it? Only people who is not satisfied with the editor in their system they use for sending. So it's a great audience. They already have, if we have a trust, we can switch them back into our system, into our marketing automation platform. And very soon, when we did the release, we understood that we have completely different audience. Because of, it's a funny joke. I added integration with Gmail, just because of Gmail is a big name. Just we integrated with Gmail. But we created, drag and drop editor. Nobody use drag and drop for sending business emails. So it's not for promotional. I was 100% sure that nobody would use it. We added just for fun because of its one-day work. But, we very soon realized that almost, 50% of our registration use integration with Gmail. I thought, okay, it's kind of, unusual, but let's do integration with Outlook because of, if people use Gmail. And I didn't find any integration with Outlook. We added integration with Outlook. And we have another audience for this. We added integration with all ESPs, but about 40% were for Gmail and Outlook. And people really want to create good-looking emails for sales people, for just regular communication, for signature generation. It was a surprise. And then we continued to work. And we very soon realized that all editors in the world are not ideal at all. So they're just good enough to create something. Because of if any ESP created their own email editor, they have so many problems around, send deliverability, analytics, gathering data, segmentation, AI, predictions, a lot of things. So email editing is tiny part and nobody compete with which email editor is better. So they just try to keep it as good as possible to just keep users, continue to work with them, just to keep retention on a good level. So I said, okay, if so many problems I see, I even see huge problems in the process, how people create email, the time they spend for emails. And I just want to focus only in one thing. I don't want to do sending segmentation. And what we did, when we realized that it's a huge problem, we just extracted from our marketing automation system, which is the name of the Sputnik. We extracted into separate company, a different office, different legal structure, different financial, different developers. Everything is just completely isolated, and focus it only on email creation. And it helped us a lot. So now we have 800,000 users around the world. And it's only because of we're focusing on one thing.
There are many email platforms that are using a generic email editor, like B3, and I know that Stripo is also capable of doing so as a plugin for ESPs. I wonder why so many ESPs are just inventing the wheel, so to speak, inventing their own email editor. Why do you think they are doing so?
From the very first day, we did it as a module for our ESP. So we planned the architecture to be very easily, as just, I don't know, in 5 minutes, can be embedded into any other solutions. And we have more than 1,000 different systems who integrated Stripo into the solution. And sometimes we speak with very big names who integrated. And it's always a challenge. They already have thousands of users who created some emails, millions of different emails. And they have to be consistent. They have to be migrated to another way to build HTML. And maybe some special kind of integration. So it could be 1 year to transfer one user to one platform to another platform. So when you're creating something new, it's 100% the best solution just to use the Stripo, because if you don't spend, time for not key activity for your audience, you have to be focused on something different. Nobody competes with the editor. I'm sure that everybody would be happy if all have the same editor with additional extension under the editor. I don't know, it could be for some automation for abandoned carts or some triggers or recommendation. Every system has their own extension, but it's great if users can easily migrate their emails from byte in Stripo and very easily integrate into the system. So, and we like this. In kind of our vision, we have like 4 items, and one of them to be a standard. It's how people think about the way we're working with emails. To be in a standard, it means then when you buy a template somewhere, you expect that you will see like a guideline and the modules and all supportive documentation like we do in a Stripe. And that it can be very easily exported into any system. You don't need to do some special work for this. So if somebody hire people, it would be good. We have a skill, I don't know, in LinkedIn or in Upwork. It would be great if people would say, okay, it's my profile in Stripe. So it's how we think we want people to think about us from one side. And from other side, we think that about us not like an editor, but like a platform. Platform means that we are not only focusing on HTML of email, but all the system around email. People work in a Figma. We have very easily be integrated. You can export email from Figma to Stripo and edit there. Or maybe if you're creating in a Canva, you're creating the images, it has to be very easy integrated. If you do task in Asana, or if you do translation in Crowdin or Localize, all the system have to be integration. It should not be something different. It should be part of email ecosystem.
I found many other advantages to use Stripo. For example, if a group of people are working together, I don't need to give access to my platform, included the data and automation. And sometimes it's risky, I just want to give access to the editor, and that's a perfect solution for that.
Thank you for this comment, because of for me now it sounds like a customer interview, because of we realize that people use us to share emails without special contracts, NDA, permissions, because of when they give access even for restricted area in the ESP, they possible would have the access for some data and for some personalization. They can break something, hard to agree all the things. Here, people use it. Okay, it's just email design. You cannot break it. You cannot have any private information. Use it. It was a surprise for me, to be honest. But when I found this, we started to work on collaboration tools when people can work with email simultaneously. Because I found that people work in teams, and sometimes we have a company who have 100 different users.
Wow.
Especially for enterprise who wants to keep, like it's a big global company, all the communication consistent. One create modules and design, another can only reuse them and change the text, but maybe text only inside an email, and we are working to configure all kinds of permission.
Interesting. You also make it very easy to work with AMP for email. AMP for email.
It was kind of another, it's part of my own, I mentioned 4 things, like a standard platform, and another you're asking is about innovation. Innovation in email, because of emails are so innovative. It's really hard to do any innovative thing because of its Outlook from one side, Google from other, Apple from it's like another side, and a lot of email clients, and some renders your email by Internet Explorer 6, some by Microsoft Word, some is Lotus Notes. You cannot be consistent, and you don't know where your customers would open your email. It should look good, but it always it's because of email. It's almost the same as it was 20 years ago.
Exactly.
But I don't know. People say a lot of I don't know. It's like a legend when people say that email will die soon. Every 5 years, it's like a new wave of an email killer. It was one time it was ICQ, I don't know. Then it was social networks. Then it was Slack.
Now it's WhatsApp.
Or I don't know, web push. So many assassins. But when web push became more and more push notification, you have to structure them. Then you have to stop them from spamming. Then you have to do something else, and it became too complicated to support. And it's like turn into emails, like another email. And it's okay, even if email die, something different would be, but with the same ideas of communication. You have to send right message to the right person in the right moment of time, using right frequency, channel, everything. And because of email is the best channel for personalization. It have to be dynamic. It have to be different. AMP is the best idea in the world, I think. It just gives into email dynamic thing where you can submit forms, update email in real time. You have to do application. You can do whenever you want in email, and it's safe. Google created this technology for accelerated mobile pages, AMP, and for email they renamed it like AMP, but it's not mobile pages. Let's say AMP, not AMP, but AMP. So they created this technology for emails, but nobody wanted to use this because of nobody trusts Gmail. Gmail killed so many products they invented. And Gmail did, okay, so let's do it open source. And they did alliance with Microsoft, with Mail.ru, with Yahoo Mail, and they created a working group and okay, it's common code. Everybody can use it just to support new standard in email. But Apple said, okay, no. Again. And my mission was simplify the way to get dynamic thing into email clients. So we can be embedded into ESP. So in senders, it's much easier to support AMP. Just use us as a plugin or export into your system for sending. Simplification. Yeah. We created ready-to-use solution for AMP. So the server that can get the request from email, that can prepare reports, do a lot of different gamification examples. And we started to speak in the conferences. Together with Google, together with working group, we did a lot. Because I just feel that as an example of annotation, as with AMP, with accessibility things, with a lot of, we just want to change user experience around email. Yeah. So it's kind of mission of us. By the way, there is a consortium of email design that was created. It's they declared the mission of them, like improve email experience. I try not to use the same wording, but it's just create a future of email. So it's design. It's what we do in Stripo.
I wonder, what's your outlook regarding email design and the future of email marketing?
I will split this question into two parts. First, we're starting about the email design. I see the future of email design and the future of email marketing. It's like a more common picture. When we speak about the email design, it's better, I don't know. First, now creating a good email still requires a lot of technical stuff. I think it has to be very simplified because of marketers should think about the message. They have to think about audience, not about technical thing. And one of the way to do this, especially with AMP, is a module-based design. So when you work not with email templates, but with modules, and in the module could be, I don't know, header or the blog post announcement or event announcement or product card. So it's some like content item. Yeah. When we speak about the module as a content item, it means that we can separate the data and design and logic. It means that if you have a data, you can automatically get it and put into some design. You know that here is an image, it is a text, it's a description, it's a button, it has to be aligned this way, it has to be, 3 lines of text have to be, not more. So you can control all the things, but when you separate data and when you separate design, you can very easily update design with the same data, update data and keep design. And you can control the consistency of all your communication from one side. And from another side, it's much easier to update a bulk of email. If you have triggers, 40 triggers in your business, it means updating at least 40 emails if in one language. If in different language, it could be much more. One email could be, 1 minute. Yeah, it's but it's always more than 1 minute. You have to open, update, save, test, check that it's in all your, it's for one email, and then for another. So you can spend day on it.
Yeah.
But with the modules, you can update just design in one place and say, okay, scale it in all my emails. It could be the push like this. Modules can be used, so this idea is scale it in a lot of areas for supporting multi-languageal things, for doing a lot of things. So it's first simplification, and for AMP, it's creating one gamified emails. It could cost 1 week of work to create a code, yeah. But when you created a module which you can just configure with your mechanics, with your data, it can be reused in 5 minutes. And it's kind of the idea of this when I understood, you know that SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's private company did more launches than any country. Why?
Yeah.
Because of you have to have a lot of money, but if we would reuse modules, so we can start and reuse again, refuel and reuse and reuse and reuse, more launches, cheaper the start. So the same for us. If we have a modules, some interactive thing, which a module and can be reusable without technical knowledge, you don't need to know how this model works. It just works. Just reuse it. So I think in email design, we will go from email templates into modules. You don't need to buy template. You need to buy module. And all things have to be simplified for non-technical marketers. Think about marketing, not about annotations or, I don't know, pre-header.
I wonder if it's so easy to create well-designed email, why so many are still creating emails, that are image-only emails?
It's easy answer. It's cheaper because they can ask the designer and they can create in a canvas very easy. You don't need to think about the fonts, about save fonts in your mail. You don't need how this, I don't know, it's proverb like Outlook is not so good. Yeah, you don't need to think about all versions of Outlook and check all the stuff. You should know huge things about coding in your mail. It's much easier to create image and send it, but how Gmail would understand something about your promotion if you just send an image. And just you have to care about your recipients. For example, for Ukrainian people, when internet connection is very restricted now, I open email and I just see that there is an image here and it's blocked
Empty.
because of empty.
Looks like empty email.
Yes. Or so I don't know. It's weird. I would never suggest people to do this, but yes, it still continue to. And from accessibility point of view, it's always small, especially on mobile devices. Text can be scaled very easy. It can be copied and pasted. It can be answered. It can be so.
I'm a Stripo user, and one of my use cases is building accessible emails.
You are, I don't know, it's kind of magic. You asking me the most important questions about email design. Nobody think about accessibility because there is no proof that accessibility improves your performance. You never think how many people with dyslexia or daltonism open your email. You just don't know, and you can compare. You cannot do A/B testing for them. You don't need. People don't know that centralizing text. Some people just cannot read this if you don't use the right size of the font, right contrast of the colors in your email.
In many countries, there are regulations around creating accessible websites. I wonder if that's the solution to create a regulation around accessible emails.
It would be great, but I'm programmatic. I'm in the industry for, 20 years, and I see that everybody speaks about, especially in the niche conference, about accessibility all the years. Nothing has changed, really. Because of new marketers don't think about accessibility. They just don't know. They're not educated. There is no course in university about email marketing and accessibility. People just think about way to send message. So we cannot educate everybody in school. The tools should help here. So you don't need to know a lot about accessibility, but the tool should allow you create only accessible email. That should say, okay, don't use these colors. It should say it's a safe font, or you can use your font but with, I don't know, with this set of font in a Google or create your own font, but it's how to use it safe. We can say that aligning by center, it's maybe not very good idea for some people. We can say that it's, we don't need to say it, we don't need to give an advice. We just need to create templates, and by default, it should be, because if people use the default settings a lot. So if tool create great default designs, so experience of users would be, of recipients would be much better. So I think the way I can change the world here, just to create a tool for creating the perfect email without deep knowledge of all the stuff like accessibility.
I find it very helpful to create templates with Stripo and use those templates with the different email providers.
Yeah, you're right. And again, our first idea was, we thought that our early adopters in Stripo will be agencies. Why agencies? Because of they support their customers in different ESPs. And for this, you should educate your employees how to create design in MailChimp, then in Active Contact, in Active Campaign, in, I don't know, in Sputnik. And it's different. Every system has their different restrictions, and you cannot reuse the thing you created before. So we thought, okay, it have to be different. You should create email. You should create email in a Stripe and then export to any system much easier, and you can reuse your work, and you can give an access, like you said. And we soon realized that a lot of companies who is not agencies use the same way. Okay, why you not keep your emails in your ESP? Because of when I decide to migrate, it's almost impossible. Or if, I don't know, something happened with, I just want to reuse, I want to keep all things together. And another thing which was very interesting for me, because of you have an option to group your email, to structure my emails, because of usually ESP have just list of emails, and it's hard to structure them. Some have a text, but here you have a text, you have a folders, you can group them in different way. Thank you. Again, your experience is very unusual. People very rare notice things like this. So yes.
I've seen clients that are using Stripo to create international emails. So they have one template and they so-called duplicate the template for different languages, different regions.
Or it's a kind of thing together with modules. I was realized that it's huge problem. Every 40% of European companies sending emails in more than one language. In a Stripo, we support 7 languages, and creating one email is a disaster. You have to create email, and then translate it to the languages you don't understand.
Yeah.
And how you have to organize this process. And it's not just translating email or images. It's also how to understand the local of your customers. You have to understand how to segment this.
Yeah.
You have to understand how to unsubscribe people and do all the things. So we decided to automate this process. We did hundreds of customer interviews and in different companies, how they organize the process of multilingual translation. And one of the first company we spoke was Booking.com. And they never see the email they send. They have a code inside the email. The email looks like conditional statements, like for each loops, and all the things. They see a code. And the code would be before your email is built in different layers, some recommendations, language, all the stuff. You never see the result. So it's it's really hard how they support this. It's hard to scale. So we trying to find the different ways to automate this process, especially if you don't have a native speakers in your company. So we integrated with a system like, we integrated first with a Google Doc. You can easily export in the Excel, not Excel, it's Google Sheets, the document you can use for translation. You give it to translator and export and auto-generate email in different languages. We integrated with a Google Translate. We do an integration with crowding service where real people translate your emails very cheap and very fast, and you can prove it. So we do all the things. And translation, yes, it's very unique. People never trying to find the system who supports the translation. But when they realize it, they use us forever. Very appreciate this.
What do you think AI will do to email and email marketing?
AI in email can be applied in different directions. The most obvious one is a recommendation. So it's when you have to. So we have a product card, or it's articles for you to read. It's abundant cards and the recommendation for them, or the price is changed, or out of stocks. All the thing can be read with personal dynamic content using AI. Another thing, it was a lot of noise about the best timing. Best timing is when you do promotional. For promotional email, best timing, it means I did so many investigations here. I don't think that it's like very, very effective. It's just marketing stuff. What means? So you say, it's my message, send it during the, I don't know, one day. But based on customer experience, send in the moment when he communicates with email, so you would be in the top position when he opened email. So optimizing email increase the open
conversion rate.
Conversion rate. It converts, but it's very hard to get the knowledge about your audience, actual knowledge. It only can be effective when you use knowledge about your customer from third parties, because of how many emails you send. If you send 4 emails per day in different time, in different day of the week, and understand the condition of every personal behavior. It changes I don't know, he is in vacation, he changes the work, or he have started to date with a girl and change his schedule. I don't know. A lot of things can be changed, and it's really hard to understand, especially when you have only 1 day window. Predictions the best time is much better when you speak about the triggers. When is the best time for sending a reactivation email or sending just some onboarding emails? When's the best time to nudge you or maybe propose help? So here is AI is very good. There are so many other things when you can use AI. From my understanding, AI have to be in much high level. And if we would speak again about the future of email marketing, I use it in my for myself like a goal-driven marketing. We should go from now. Most marketers use like campaign-driven marketing. They optimizing campaigns, like a welcome series campaign, reactivation campaign, abundant cards campaign, and campaigns. But email marketing not about one-time campaign. It's about
relationship,
lifetime. Yes, relationship. So you have to think strategically, and it's very, very easy to answer how many emails I have to send to have more money. More often you send, more money you have. It's very simple. It always works, but for a short period of time. You will have money, but you will lose your customers. Do you need money, or you need a customer that staying with you even without any communication, trust you? It's about relationship, like you said, totally with you. So, if we would speak about the metrics who measure things, and its open rate, like a click rate or revenue per campaign, is maybe a lifetime value, but it's very native. I try to find the best metrics that shows the real health of the customers and how to automate them. And it sounds like a magic. And I thought, okay, can we do the same in marketing? If we only say the final destination, I don't know, we want more money or something. And it works and send messages and you have more money. Is it possible when a marketer would only answer the questions? Where is my point? What is the tone of voice? I don't know. What you want to communicate? What is your value? What you can bring to a customer? Is it possible? And so, okay, it sounds like not. But if you would ask me 10 years ago, when I was in a Google about the anonymous driving car, I saw this car, Google wanted, with all LiDAR, all the things, and I didn't feel that it would work. But in 5 years, I read that Tesla do this, and I already tried it, and it works in my life. So what it means? It means that it's possible, but there is several stages of a delegation. So first thing, you have to define the rule, define the goal. In Tesla way, it's like a Google map. You can set the destination point. What we say in the marketing, we should show the objectives. So I would like to find this map, and I started to discover where it could be. And what I found that all we do is optimizing campaigns. And we need to optimize the customer journey. When we're optimizing the customer journey, we see that there is several stages, like onboarding, conversion, engagement, reactivation, retention, and all these things. First thing, we should set the trust. Use the data, and it's where AI have to be applied first, not about the wording. Sorry, I did so long pitch about the AI, but the idea was that we need to change system now, follow the instruction. We do campaigns, we do all the flow, we set the instruction, and marketing automation or CDP just use the instruction. But it have to be different. You have to define, okay, you don't need to segment, you don't need to set the campaigns, you need to set the messages for people. Okay, for people, I have this message for them, this message for other people, the message, the 3 kind of different messages. You should have one message in different channels, and the system should decide which message you want to deliver, which channel, with which frequency, how often you have to show this message, especially if you didn't even open my previous email. Marketers usually think, okay, I already sent it, it means he knows. He doesn't. It just, you sent. Even if I open, it doesn't mean that I got it.
Exactly.
So AI must be, it's vitally important for the future of email, but not in the high level. It should be in the core of your system working with the customer. It's why ESP became CDP. Email service provider became customer data platform. We need to care about customer, not about emails.
Amazing, Dmitry. Thank you very much. So how can people follow you?
I do my announcement in LinkedIn and Twitter.
Perfect.
So please follow me. I would be happy, especially if you ask questions. I like questions. And thank you for questions you asked me today. You asked a great question about the Stripo. It was, to be honest, surprise for me that you understand them so deep. And the questions about AI, it's, I don't know, because of AI, it's kind of, people speak about it like it will solve all the problems they have. But no, they cannot define the problem. It's a great thing. Yeah.
Amazing. So I want to thank you very much.
Thank you
for spending the time in the darkness to talk to my audience.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
And
thank you very much.
I wish that our next conversation will be, when the war is over, we can talk
I would only
as the war is already over.
Thank you very much. I would only add that I would like that this new conversation would be really soon. Let's do it, I don't know, this spring when the war is over. Thank you for your wishes. It's important. Thank you for your support. And thank you for your questions.
Thank you very much, Dmitry.
This podcast is brought to you by DATAMEDIA, email deliverability and email marketing consulting services.